What about these tools? Where are they?
They're too big for me to carry. Gladys will bring them when we board.
Still no room for you on board. Naranja's sleeping off a bad one, but he'll be here.
But I'm first on the waiting list.
As it were, yeah. About that union card, Manny.
I have one. I just left it in my other coat.
Well, I look forward to seeing it. Don't just sit around here collecting barnacles.
Right.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Grim Fandango. My name is Lemorack and we are ready to continue. In the last episode, we wrapped up the plot line of Lola's murder and Nick's quote-unquote comeuppance. But, I don't know, that plot still leaves a little bit of a sour taste in my mouth because we didn't know Lola that well, but I'm pretty sure she didn't deserve to go out like that. Nick definitely deserved more than just to have one favor forced out of him, but I mean, I guess that's just the way it works, right? The wealthy are immune to consequences. Anyway, every time you finish one of your objectives, you can come back here and get a little chat with Velasco. That's what I came here to show you. But before we move on, I think I want to decide which of the plot lines to wrap up next. And before we do that, I'd like us to go do something that I forgot to do or just, looked over. There's a lot to do in Rubacava, so one of the things that we skipped out on previously.
Hell no, we won't work!
Hell no, we won't work!
Bogan is a big fat jerk!
Bogan is a big fat jerk!
Hell no, we won't work!
Good for them. All right. So this place, I kind of just walked past this place last time because it wasn't on the radar, but there are a couple of things to look around at here. I missed out on, unfortunately, a chance to talk to Terry, I think was the bee's name. I forget, but when he's locked up, he's actually locked up in here, right? There's a prison in here, and if you come here before you free Terry with Nick, then he's walking around here, and if you talk to him, he asks you to help. What's over here?
Reward offered for cargo stolen from shipyard receiving area, including a large suitcase bearing the initials HL.
Oh, I forgot about this, but that is important. And there's also this door that we have not yet investigated. Also, before I go in there, I'd just like us to take a quick second to examine and appreciate the architecture of these buildings. I don't even know what to call this, but it reminds me very much of, if you watch the original 1990s Batman animated series, then the sort of Art Deco style of those, it's like a 1930s look, kind of. Anyway.
Late night at the morgue, isn't it, Membrillo?
You know I can't sleep with John Doe's on the slab, Manny. If I don't ID these rose gardens tonight, I won't be ready for the two that come in tomorrow. And before you know it, I'm up to my ass in azaleas.
The concept of a morgue in the land of the dead is very interesting. And I mean, let's talk to him and figure out what exactly is going on before we do anything else.
What a sad story. These stews sprouted and no one came down to claim them?
Death makes sad stories of us all.
People who work in morgues must just be the most cheerful people.
How's business?
Booming, unfortunately. More crime every day. And more sproutings like these. Something's happening back in El Morro, I think. And its dark hand is finally reaching us here in Rubacava.
Interesting take.
What exactly are you looking for?
I'm digging for a treasure that part of me does not wish to find. For when I uncover that sad doubloon that tells me who this poor soul is, my reward is not riches, but the chance to make a phone call and break somebody's heart. Of course, with this equipment, the The search could go on for some time.
He has a fork.
Can I help?
Sure. Grab hold of this leaf right here. Manny?
I can't do it.
I know. I was just testing.
Interesting. So, we here in the land of the living consider flowers to be a symbol of beauty, but it is a little weird, though, that Manny learned about sprouting, I think, in that conversation that we had back in El Maro, right? So, he wouldn't have had a lot of time to get used to being uncomfortable by the sight of flowers, anyway.
How do you do this job?
Without becoming jaded, you mean? My secret to happiness, Manuel, is that I have the heart of a 12-year-old boy. I keep it over here in a jar. Would you like to see it?
No.
Sorry. Old coroner joke.
I thought it was funny.
Do you ever worry that your job is getting to you, Membrillo?
Well, forensic botany is a trying job, Manny. But have you ever spent much time here with a florist? In life, they became florists because they love flowers. But here, a flower is a symbol of pain, of death within death. Their conflicted feelings build and build, and eventually, they become quite mad.
Thanks for the tip. I guess I'll send balloon bouquets from now on.
That is also something that is gonna come back later. I love the foreshadowing in this game. A lot of stuff you don't even actually realize until multiple plays. But yeah, I read once somewhere that the profession that supposedly has the highest suicide rate is vets. Like, not veterans, veterinarians, right? Animal doctors. And the reason is that, naturally, if you decide to spend your life training to become a vet, you must love animals. Makes sense, right? But a significant portion of the veterinarian profession is putting sick or dying or unwanted animals to sleep. I'm making quotation marks in the air. So you become a vet because you love animals and you want to help them, and then a significant chunk of your job is traveling the countryside killing animals. So yeah, that would depress me as well. And apparently in this game, if you lived your life as a florist, you loved the beauty of nature. And then you come into the afterlife, and flowers are a symbol of death. Like I said, this is going to come back to haunt us later on.
Membrillo, why do you stay in town? Why don't you head off toward the Ninth Underworld?
Manny, you can only search for something for so many years before you stop believing in it altogether.
Huh.
You don't believe in the Ninth Underworld?
Why do you think we're all here in Rubacava?
Because you're waiting to earn off your time, or you can't afford passage, or...
Manny, we've given up. All of us. When you've been here long enough, you will too.
Well, don't let me bother you.
Always nice to have visitors.
That's a thought that I haven't even really pondered that much. How do they... If it doesn't make sense that there would be reports of the Ninth Underworld. Because if you made it to the Ninth Underworld, why would you go back? So, basically there is this promise, this hint of a Ninth Underworld out there somewhere. And yeah, I never really thought about the fact that maybe some people have... It's not that they can't make it there, maybe they just don't think it's real. And again, to be honest, this world doesn't look that bad. I'd live here. Anyway, this conversation has made me realize I think I know what we should do next, which plot line. So, what was his name? Toto, right? He called us, or he called Velasco rather, and informed him that the sailor is here, but he is sleeping. And he is going to make it back to his job tomorrow. So why don't we resolve that? Any day now. There we go. And in order to do that, we have to go back up and chat with Carla. Carla was her name. I think it was Carla. Oh my gosh, am I mixing up names? Oh, hang on. We don't have to chat with her. What we need to do is, right? I did the thing where you go through the... Oh, we'll do it again just to show it. Oh my gosh. Alright, fine. I'll control this way. Also... There's a director's commentary button. Interesting. I wonder what that does. It's a special features. I've never actually looked at this side of the game. What I'm looking for is the button that switches game versions, because the character's anti-aliasing looks bad, and I'm wondering if I forgot to... Like if I changed... No. That's it. Change objective, skip line, toggle, render. Oh, it's backspace. Yeah, okay, we were playing on the... That's weird. I don't know why that happened. Anyway. Let's walk through this. Yeah, we did this already once, apparently. So, she searches us.
Sir, if you will, please place all of your belongings on the security desk. Oh, you're clean.
She says as I take
Rats,
a massive
Manny, I almost got to strip search you.
scythe out of my pocket. It's kind of like, you know, they beep you there and then, oh, could you please remove all of your items, sir? All right, sure. Takes out gun, takes out knife, takes out scythe, takes out nunchucks, takes out mace. Then they look at you and say, yep, you're clean, no illegal items. Please proceed, sir. You know, that kind of thing. Anyway, there is a way that we can get her to strip search us. Wink, wink. I go into my inventory, and you might remember that towards the beginning of the game, we picked up this, right? It's a special alcoholic beverage that has gold flakes in it.
Ah, Marillo de Oro. A very fine liqueur filled with solid gold flakes.
Yep. Let's just kind of step over here for a second and take a...
Well, maybe just a sip.
Yeah. And again, I will pose the question, where do drinks go in this world? He is a skeleton.
Sir, if you will, please place all of your belongings on the security desk.
It's still
You
beeping.
sure you're not packing anything else?
Nothing that would set off that thing.
Then, sir, I'm afraid you'll have to step into the back with me.
Yowza.
Rules are rules.
And of course, with my dad being in the military, we moved around a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I remember this one town we moved to when I was in the 1st grade.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the only industry in the area was figs. Acres and acres of fig trees everywhere you looked. I myself never really cared for figs. I always liked dates more.
No, me neither.
Or prunes. Don't you just love prunes? They have such a
Never
great
a big
texture.
fan of prunes.
They're all wrinkled up like my Grandma Hedwig's face. Oh, poor Grandma Hedwig.
Dates.
She was always forgetting things. I remember one time back when I was 6.
Hedwig, now that's an interesting name.
Or maybe I was 7.
Ah, 6. The golden year.
No. I had to be 6 because Mr. Rufus was still alive. Now there
Mr.
was a
Rufus?
good dog, Mr. Rufus. He was such a sweet little puppy. We didn't
I'll
care
bet.
that he was deaf. He was as deaf as they come, but he'd still try to bark. And it would come out sounding like a cat coughing up a hairball.
Have you ever eaten bark? It's not that bad.
Which our cat often did. He had such long hair. I don't really like long-haired cats, do you, Manny? They're just so... I like short-haired
because the
cats.
taxidermist charges extra for them.
They seem less stuck up. People think I'm stuck up sometimes, believe it or not. No,
Sorry.
they really do. I don't know why. I guess it's because I'm so shy. I was shy all the way through
Yes,
high school.
Seems shy.
I never went to a single dance. Can you believe it? Don't get me wrong, the boys would ask, but I'd just run away. My mom said I could have been
Running
homecoming
away?
queen if
That
I'd
sounds
just
pretty good
smile
right
once
now.
in a while. She always said, a smile is the most important part of any outfit. Well, maybe I would have smiled more, Mom, if you hadn't drank so much. Was I supposed to smile when the cops called us in the middle of the night to tell us to come get you out of the drunk tank? Maybe if I had smiled more, Daddy wouldn't have left us. We'd be together right now. You,
Yikes.
me, Daddy, and Grandma Hedwig, and Mr. Rufus.
Let's change the subject.
And I'd be wearing my homecoming queen crown and eating figs and I'd... Oh, Mother! I'm so sorry!
Oh, God. Don't cry. Here, let me hold that metal detector for you while you cry.
Did you just come back here to ask to borrow my metal detector?
So, yeah, that was a scene for you, huh? Yeah, this whole thing was really just trying to get on her good side to get her metal detector.
Yes.
What is it with you in this thing? I'm sick of it, Manny. If this is all you want, you can fight the cats for it. Why is it all men are after the same thing? Except you. The only woman you care about is that Calamar dame, and she split on you. I don't know what she did to you, but you know what? I'm done trying to figure it out, pal.
Carla.
Well, she's probably not going to talk to us at this point. Also, fun fact, when we did the thing with the key in her bomb disposal machine, when we say that we're going to take it to Chief Bogan, if we had done this first, then she would kind of remark afterwards, yeah, sure, you can identify it with your metal detector. So,
You wouldn't happen to have a second metal detector around here, would you?
so yeah.
Bye, Carla.
Drop dead.
Too late. Anyway,
It's a beautiful day here at Feline Meadow.
can we skip this, please? Okay, here we go. It was this way, I believe, right? So the thing fell into the giant kitty litter.
Well, that's the hole I saw Carla's metal detector fall through. Oh, no.
Yep. Anyway, so here's how we solve this issue. There are cats around. They're listening. You have to go and use... Where is it? Here. Oh, oh, you hear that? You hear that? You hear that? Now if I push the use button...
My scythe. I like to keep it next to where my heart used to be.
No, don't use the... Yeah, there we go. He looks down. Now I use the scythe, and then he kind of probes for it. It's a good thing Carla left it turned on. Is it over here? Nope, no. Over the... No, Manny. E. Okay, let's try over here. I don't know if this
Aha!
is... There we go. Got it. Look at that. Piece of cake.
A little stinky, but it could be worse.
Definitely. Okay, now we have the metal detector. This is a crucial puzzle element in order to help us get rid of... what was his name? Naranja, yeah. Because poor Membrillo is trying to find things on those corpses using nothing but a fork. This metal detector, I think, would definitely help out. Make it a lot easier. Let's give it to him.
Would a metal detector help the cause?
Hey, just like downtown. You never know what this'll turn up. An engraved ring, a belt buckle with somebody's name on it.
Who would wear a belt buckle with the... Oh.
Why not, right? Anyway, yes. So now while he's doing that, I'm just gonna reach in here and pick up this here... Hang on. I'll find it in a second. There we go. The dog tag. Naranja, private, 87462536. And while he's not looking... Oh.
Huh.
Made him ruin his boat.
What?
Velasco, it looks like I've got one of your boys down here in the morgue. A sailor by the name of... Naranja.
What? How? Sprouted? But, oh, this town's going to hell. Sailor can't even take a 2-day shore leave without watching his back. Yeah, I'll come down in the morning.
All day long, Manny, I sought through pure sadness. I find evidence, and I piece together stories. But none of my stories end well. They all end here, and the moral of every story is the same. We may have years, we may have hours, but sooner or later, we push up flowers.
Heavy. And I think it's a perfect spot on which to end this, because we've now resolved yet another crucial element to our objective, which is to make sure that there is room for us on the ship that is leaving. And with that done, we're going to move on to some more complex issues in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time.